One other question. e5, d5, bishop b5, knight e4, knight takes d4, bishop d7. Now, we take on c6, and what should we do if black plays bishop takes c6? There is one rule in this position. You hardly do anything at all different from if black took b takes c. Every move, practically every move you make after bishop takes c6 will be the same as if black played b takes c. The only difference here is that after b takes c, black has potential c5, and that's not something they can do after bishop takes c6. So b takes c is okay, and on bishop takes c6 we simply castle, and on bishop c5 we go f3. On knight g5 you go bishop e3. Treat this position exactly the same way if black has took with a pawn. One point here I have to make: when black takes on c6, it's okay to take on c6, but I would not recommend. I think the best way to do to stick to your plan, you want to go f3 followed by f4 and f5 to get active positions in possible attack. After bishop c5 you can go bishop e3, or even you can go f3, knight g5, f4, and on knight e6 you will go c3, not bishop e3, because you want to go f5 quick, and you don't want knight to be exchanged on d4 unless you gain a tempo on black's bishop. So that's what you do. 2 days ago or 3 days ago, US Championship, I was watching US Championship game, and saw two top players, two grandmasters, very well-known grandmasters. In this position, after bishop d7, bishop takes c6, bc, and castle, black played c5. Well, interestingly enough, I mentioned several times everywhere that on c5 we play knight b3. This is the very important move. If you don't go on b3, black is gonna get very good position. White, pretty strong grandmaster, white played knight e2, and black did get very strong position, and black did indeed won the game. So why don't we go knight e2? This is actually very interesting, because then black puts bishop on c6, which is very strong on this diagonal after black pushes d4. And that's why we go knight b3, because now we attack d5 pawn. Bishop c6 will be met by knight a5, and you can see that bishop is very uncomfortable on that diagonal. On bishop b5, we're gonna go rook e1, and bishop on b5 is also very uncomfortable, because white may play f3 next move, and after knight g5, black may face all kinds of problems. First of all, we have bishop takes g5, queen takes g5, queen takes d5. And secondly, as soon as you chase the knight away, you will have a chance to play knight c3 and attack two targets, bishop on b5 and pawn on d5. That's why knight b3 move is far more superior than knight e2. And now on c4, white can simply play queen takes d5. And you see that knight takes f2 doesn't work, because rook takes f2, and when black takes the knight on b3, they will get mated. So that's what I want to tell. Well, actually, when you play Scotch Gambit the way we play and the way I recommend, there is one obligation you have to play it extremely accurately. So, and after castling after c5, one inaccurate move gave black an advantage after f3. In the game was f3, knight g5, f4, knight e4, and when white went knight c3 or something like that, black went f5 and got very good position. Bishop on c6 is absolutely dominating.